Hello everyone, welcome into the Take Care Man channel. I hope all is well. If this is your first time with us, the goal of this channel is to equip men to take better care of themselves. So today we have a gear review for you. What you're looking at currently on the table is the Vanquest Cache, spelled C-A-C-H-E, 2.0 version. However, there is now a Vanquest Cache 3.0, and that's the one here in the tan color. This is the wolf gray coloration. Now, the reason I have two wallets is not that I was wanting to upgrade, but I actually thought I lost this wallet about a month ago, and it was missing for about a day. I blocked all my credit cards, my debit card. I was also really sad that it was my Vanquest Cache wallet because I really like it quite a bit. And so I was thinking I was not going to find it, and so I went ahead and ordered a replacement billfold while I was getting my replacement debit card and all those kinds of things. But fortunately, I was able to go back to a place that was about 45 minutes away from home where we had swapped drivers coming home from a trip. And lo and behold, there it was laying in the parking lot where we had swapped drivers. Now, the Cache 2.0 and the Cache 3.0, the main feature that Vanquest talks about with these wallets is the RFID blocking technology. That stands for radio frequency identification. So a lot of credit cards, the new US passports, the information on them can be read wirelessly. In other words, it doesn't have to be stuck into a machine. You can just wave it in front of a detector. And what thieves have been doing for quite some time is they're able to read RFID information through a purse or a backpack or a wallet. So Vanquest has put that into their cache 1.0, 2.0, and now 3.0. That's the main feature that they talk about. However, the feature that I like the best on the Vanquest Cache is how the pockets are laid out. And we'll look at the 3.0 here in just a second. But you can see from this that the way it's laid out is a 2x2 design. So you have two cards on one side, two cards on the other side. All right. So 4 different card slots. 2 of them are just covered with the fabric, and then 2 are covered with like this clear, vinyl or plastic window, clear window where you can see through them. Now, what I like about this is that it makes for a really thin wallet, and I don't mind it being wider or taller because it's thinner. I wish I could carry only a couple of cards, but like I have a separate card for my dental insurance, a separate card for health insurance. I have a couple of different IDs I have to carry. I have a work ID, I have my debit card, and then I have a few credit cards. So I need more than, just a few spots. And what Vanquest says is that this wallet's designed to comfortably hold 20 cards, so that would be 5 per slot. I've got about 12 cards in here currently. You can see what that would look like when you're looking at all 4 slots. And this is it, fully open. Now, let me go ahead and give you, before I give you any measurements or anything, let me give you sort of what the inside of the wallet looks like. On one side, there's this bright orange material, which makes it a little bit easier to see in there, and a very large pocket for cash, but also it's a good place to store notes or receipts because it takes up the whole size of the full wallet. And what that 2x2 design does is it makes it where it is really, really thin. Super thin wallet. Okay, now in terms of size, in terms of length, width, it measures out to be roughly 5 1/4 to 4 inches. And just for reference, I'll lay that dollar bill out here on the table so you can see the size comparison. So now they have upgraded to the Cache 3.0. And the new features in the Cache 3.0 are, number one, a thinner RFID backing material. So this material between the bill pocket or the cash pocket and the card pocket is thinner now, so it makes for a much lighter wallet. And you can see there it has the RFID blocking information, and it's going to block even the high frequencies at 13.56. So that's in there. Doesn't really serve any purpose that I can tell. You could slide a little pocket pin in that little opening there if you wanted to. The bottom of the Quaco would fits in there, but the top doesn't. So if you had a smaller pen, you could fit that in there if you wanted to carry a small pen in your wallet. But for me, that would defeat the purpose of the flat wallet, so that's not something I would look to do. Again, you have the same cache design where you have the orange on one side. Okay, and what's new in the 3.0, in addition to the thinner RFID blocking material, is there is a spare key pocket in the Cache 3.0. So what that's designed to do, obviously, is to take like a key, and let me take one off my keychain here. I'll be reviewing this keychain at some point. I really like it a lot. It's the Trocchia keychain. It's really easy to take things off of there. And I actually have these on the same ring, so I'm not going to separate it from the other key, but basically what you do is you just slide your key in there like that, and you would just let it flop over in the billfold, and so there you have your spare key. Okay, I got to tell you, I would be a little uncomfortable carrying a spare key in my wallet because having recently lost my wallet, albeit for just less than a day, I can imagine how freaked out I would be with my IDs being in there, with my home address, and somebody having a key to my house. That would freak me out a little bit. So I'm not really sure how much I will use that key slot, but it's in there. So if that's something that interests you, that's a new feature on the Cache 3.0. Now that I think about it, an extra vehicle key for your truck, car, van, whatever, would be nice, so that if you locked your keys in your vehicle, but you had your wallet on you, then you would have your spare key. So I'll be transferring my cards and things over to this one. Let me take the cards out of my previous one and just compare the two with the new thinner material. I mean, they're the exact same size as you would expect. Oh yeah, you can tell this one does feel lighter. It does feel slightly lighter, and it's not as stiff as this one. Now they're both made out of 1000D Cordura nylon. So this would be the stuff like that they make military bags. So companies like Vanquest, Maxpedition, etc. Now for the 3.0, it is 1000 denier in the tan, in the wolf gray, which would be this color that we've been looking at, and in the black. But in the multicam black, they have a multi-camouflage black one, is just 500D. So it'll be a little more pliable than this. It's not going to be cheap by any means, because 500D is still pretty strong stuff. Vanquest also puts a water resistant coating on these. So yeah, again, the thing I like most about this is that 4x4 design, because it makes for a really thin wallet. I do like that full open pocket that that runs for the full length. Okay, yeah, switching to the wide mode here so that you can see the cache pocket a little bit better. It is pretty roomy in there. It runs the whole length and width of the wallet, so you can kind of almost get your your whole hand in there. So in a pinch, it could be a pot holder, camp pot holder. I'm kidding. So yeah, I really love the design of this wallet. Now, I think on the first one I owned, the Cache 1.0, I had actually taken off this little emblem, the Vanquest emblem. I think I just took a small pair of like needle nose scissors and went around the edges and clipped the stitch there. You could probably do that from the inside if you're interested in that. Yeah, let me just show you here, see if we can see it. You could actually do that from this side too. You could clip it and take that off if you don't want that on your wallet. But I actually don't mind it. On occasion, when I'm trying to put it into my back pocket, it will catch like on my jeans briefly, like when it's sliding in. So it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so the Vanquest Cache, I really love it a lot. Someday I hope to get a artisan like on Etsy to make a design like this, because I really like to have it in a leather, some more of an heirloom type piece in this design, that 2x2 design. Now, let me talk just real briefly how I would improve this wallet. One thing is, I don't really care for the see-through bit. I know a lot of people do, because maybe it's easier to show an ID. But you can see here on this one where my American Express card, the blue silver stuff on there, blue metallic looking stuff rubbed off onto the plastic. I would just soon not have that. It gives a little bit more security. Just the material like on this side. So same pockets on this side as this side is what I'd prefer. I'm noticing, and I don't know if this is by design or just a quality control issue, and it doesn't really matter, but it almost looks like a design choice. If you notice on the 3.0 compared to the 2.0, on the 2.0 you have a line that's going basically just straight across, right? It's perpendicular to the sides of the wallet. On the 3.0, if you can tell it here, but it's actually going at a bit of an angle. Okay, it's going down. I don't know if they intended that on purpose or if somebody at the factory that day just sewed one side too high or one side too low. I don't know. I have to contact Vanquest and ask if it was a design choice. Now, another change I would make is I would like to see the orange lining on both sides of the cache pocket, because it would just increase the visibility in there. I think that would be a big improvement and would not add much weight, because this orange material is really, really thin. So I would like to see it lined on the inside here with the orange material. For me, what would have been nicer than a key pocket, I would have liked a tile pocket. So you can get those flat tiles. Tiles are those devices where you can locate missing pieces of gear that you have, whether it be your keys or your phone, or you can page it from your phone, or you can page your phone from a tile device on your keychain. But they make them flat where they can stick in wallets and other things, so if you lose your wallet, you can find it via the tile device. And so I would have liked to have, like, say, maybe a tile sized pocket over here, but that's, you know, pretty specific, and there's probably other location devices out there other than tile. Tile's probably the one I think that's most common, but that's just a small thing that I think would improve it for me personally. But that's, you know, that's a highly subjective type of improvement. Yeah, so I looked at my order in Gmail from 2014 when I bought the first cache, just to see how long ago I bought it. So I've been carrying a Vanquest cache now for 6 years in some version, and now going to this third version. So I highly recommend it, particularly if you're looking for a thin wallet that can still carry quite a few cards. It is by far my favorite wallet I've ever owned, but I would like to own it in a leather version at some point. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, man.